Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving deep today into a core challenge for any business really pushing for growth. You know, that feeling you're expanding, getting more customers, maybe hiring fast, and suddenly that very success feels like it's, well, creating problems. Cash gets tight, things feel chaotic, you're just reacting all the time.
Oh, yeah, it's a classic growth pain point. Growth is, I mean, it's essential, right? But uncontrolled growth or unplanned growth, it can
Mhm.
absolutely lead to hitting walls you just didn't see coming. It's kind of like building a house without blueprints. You might get walls up, sure, but is the structure sound? Is it going to hold up?
Exactly. And that's really where financial forecasting steps in. Our source material today, it's a really insightful guide from Mitchell's Chartered Accountants, and it frames forecasting not just as, good practice, but as the essential tool to cut through that uncertainty and build, well, sustainable success as you scale up.
Yeah, what's fascinating in the guide is how they emphasize this shift. Moving from constantly firefighting to actually kind of sculpting the future you want for the business. It's about being proactive, not just reactive.
Right. So our mission for this deep dive then is to pull out the core nuggets from this guide. We want to understand why forecasting is, well, non-negotiable, specifically when you're in that growth mode. Let's jump right into the impact it can have. The guide makes it clear it's about more than just predicting numbers.
Absolutely. For a growing business, it really starts with enabling truly proactive decision making. So instead of being blindsided by, say, needing a big chunk of cash for an investment or maybe a new hire in 3 months, your forecast anticipates it. You can
Mhm.
make strategic choices today with more confidence because you have visibility into tomorrow, you see. You're not just hoping things work out, you're planning how they will.
Hmm. And that leads directly to one of the biggest headaches for growing businesses, cash flow management. More sales don't always mean more cash right now, do they?
Precisely. Growth often means more expenses before that revenue actually hits the bank account, or, your receivables stretch out longer. The guide points out that forecasting lets you see potential cash flow gaps months ahead, and that gives you time to manage it, maybe tighten payment terms or arrange short-term financing, or simply budget differently. It ensures you have the cash flow needed not just to survive, but actually to capitalize on those new opportunities growth brings.
Okay, and this is where it gets really critical, I think, if you're looking to accelerate expansion, securing funding and investment.
Definitely. Lenders, investors, they want certainty, or as much as possible anyway. A robust financial forecast isn't just some formality, it's your business plan translated into numbers. It's the story. It demonstrates viability, it shows you understand your future needs, and it proves you have a credible strategy for using their money to fuel predictable growth. Mitchell's really highlights how a well-prepared forecast significantly boosts your attractiveness to potential funders.
It also forces a level of strategic discipline, too, doesn't it? Keeps you honest.
It does, yeah. It helps you set realistic financial goals based on actual data, not just, pure optimism. Then it provides the framework to measure your performance against those goals. If you start drifting off track, the forecast acts as an early warning system. It helps you pinpoint where things are going wrong and why, so you can course correct quickly rather than realizing way too late.
And mitigating risk. That feels huge when everything is changing so quickly during growth.
It's essentially about building financial resilience. Growth opens new doors, sure, but it also exposes you to new potential challenges. Maybe unexpected costs pop up, or market shifts, or operational hiccups. Things happen. By forecasting, you identify potential weak points before they become full-blown crises. The guide emphasizes how this foresight lets you develop contingency plans, minimizing the impact of setbacks. It's kind of like having financial insurance, but through intelligent planning.
Okay, so we've covered the why. It's compelling. But what are you actually forecasting? The guide talks about projecting specific elements.
Right. You're building a picture of your future financial state. It involves a few key things. You're projecting your revenue and expenses that gives you your future profit and loss, basically showing if you're set to make money. Then you project your cash flow, tracking the actual money moving in and out, super important. And you forecast your balance sheet, which is like a snapshot of what you own and what you owe at a specific point in the future. Putting those elements together gives you that full picture.
And to make these forecasts actually useful, not just an academic exercise, the guide offers some key tips. It's not a set it and forget it thing, is it?
Absolutely not. Mitchell's really stresses making your assumptions realistic. Avoid those overly optimistic best case scenarios. Be grounded. Update your forecast regularly. I mean, growth is dynamic. Things change constantly. Involve your key team members. They often have crucial insights from the ground level. Use appropriate tools. Even simple spreadsheets are a good start, but dedicated software can help. And importantly, don't be afraid to get professional guidance, especially as things get more complex. It's an ongoing, collaborative process.
Okay, so to wrap this deep dive up then, financial forecasting isn't just some corporate jargon. For a growing business, it sounds absolutely fundamental to navigating that journey successfully.
It really is. By dedicating time to proactively planning the future, building those forecasts on realistic assumptions, keeping them fresh, getting buy-in from your team, using the right support, you gain immense control. You really do. You improve cash flow significantly, you make it much easier to unlock necessary funding, and you build powerful resilience against those inevitable risks.
So considering that pushing for growth without this kind of financial roadmap can, well, truly lead to hitting unexpected and potentially fatal obstacles, what aspect of forecasting we've highlighted here, maybe escaping that reactive trap, mastering cash flow, securing funding, getting strategic clarity, or building resilience, what feels most crucial for your business to tackle right now to ensure this sustainable success?